everyone hear me okay when I speak right now?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So hi, I'm here to talk about social VR and its effects on users with autism or social anxiety, because I'm one of those people. I have about 2,000 hours in VR. I run a YouTube channel focused on VR, and last year I finished my bachelor thesis in media production, which was about social VR and its effects on the users that I mentioned earlier. And I think to best understand how social VR can affect people with social anxiety and that kind of stuff, I just wanted to show the appeal of social VR in general. So I have my friends here. It's gonna work, just give me a second. There we go. Who are gonna showcase a little bit of it. So say hi, my friends, Kudalyn and there we go.
Zero. Hello.
Zero.
So when we say social VR, we mean games like VRChat, Neos VR, or Chillout VR, games where the primary focus is to socialize with other people. What makes VR great, in my opinion, is that you can create your whole avatar, like mine, so that you can present yourself however you want. I actually create avatars for people as a living. You get to interact with people on a whole other level than you get to do with just regular gaming. Instead of just voice or text, we get to see other people's gestures and mannerisms through their hands or even their whole body. And that brings another whole level to the immersion of hanging out with someone who's not actually in front of you, even if you feel like they are, while still being in the safety of your own home and space. Some people even experience like phantom sense, which is this weird thing that can happen in VR, where if I touch Zero right here, he might actually be able to like physically feel it. To quickly show you, this is me.
Beautiful. So yeah, I used to be a person who... oh, that's the wrong slide, there we go. I used to be a person who barely spoke with people. I never went to parties. I never felt comfortable hanging around other people because of my issues. And because like so many other neurodivergent people, I struggle with aspects of in-person social interaction. Eye contact in particular is just insanely uncomfortable to me as a concept. As are issues around personal space and like there being multiple people around me at the same time, it's all very stressful and very difficult to deal with. In VR, however, I'm the one who controls my space. I have full control over how I look, how I express myself. I have the opportunity to instantly get out of situations with the click of a button. I can mute other people whenever I feel like if my surroundings become too much. I can't do that if I'm like at a real life event. So social VR becomes this very effective practice mode for people who struggle with these issues, because again, how closely it is to real life. Like people get genuine sensations in their body just by putting on like a properly functioning VR gear setup. And eventually, after spending so much time with people in VR, I started getting the desire to actually go and see these friends in real life. So last year, I spent a month in South Africa, hanging out with a friend there. I spent a month in the Netherlands. I spent a week in Stockholm, and like being able to go travel and see friends, this is a very, very difficult thing to even get the motivation for when you struggle with autism or social anxiety. So yeah, because I felt the massive impact it had on me, I decided to write my bachelor thesis on this topic. So, alright, I was also in Germany for a little bit, and I was at like this massive event. It was a lot of fun. Right, so the survey. I sent out a survey to a whole lot of people, and to quickly explain, I sent the survey out asking for people who struggle with these issues to begin with. So 110 people responded, 72% had social anxiety, 32% had autism, 46% other mental health issues, and 16 decided to take the thing anyways. So it was a little bit of that too. And it was multiple choice, which is like above 100%. So yeah, what we found in the survey was that a lot of the people who responded, they played a lot of VRChat, usually for more than an hour a day, or an hour a day or more, or some people played on a weekly basis, but it was a very small number who did it below that. And most of them responded that social VR had positively impacted their social life. But even more important than that is that they felt it had improved their ability to talk with people. And Where did one of my slides disappeared? Oh no.
No worries.
Yeah, it improved their ability, and it also made them more comfortable with talking with other people in real life, not just in VR. As one person mentioned, I now start conversations instead of waiting for other people to do so to me. And it's not just, and the fun thing about VR is that it's a lot more active version of gaming. This doesn't apply to everyone. A lot of people just said it was about the same. But some people said that VR had made them more active physically than they were earlier. And that's, because I dance a lot more in VR now that I'm in a body that I'm comfortable with. I spend my hangout time standing up instead of sitting down in front of the computer, and I move around a whole lot more than I usually do. And I also haven't been the only one with experience of like going out and traveling to see the friends that I meet in VR in real life. A whole lot of people responded that they had also done the same thing. So it's a very nice tool that really motivates people like me to be more social in a day-to-day life. And now I just wanted to talk quickly a little bit about the importance having an individualized personal avatar is to these people in VR, which I think, Kudalyn, you can talk a little bit about?
Yes. So before I got into VR, I was a 2D artist and I just lived off commissions. But when I tried VR, I was inspired to make my own avatar because I wanted to be myself. I wanted to feel like me. And that was such a transformative experience for me and an encouraging one. Gave me confidence that I started a career now making avatars that people can purchase to be able to make themselves, even if they don't have the full skill set that you might need to do it normally. And it's been a wonderful thing being able to make something that somebody else can wear, and then they come to me and they go, thank you, like, this is me. I've never felt so comfortable before. And it's just a wonderful experience that I recommend anybody try at least once, just to be something different other than yourself and just see what happens. It's wonderful.
Yeah. So now Douglas was supposed to talk about Furry, but he's not there, so I'm going to talk about Furry. Furry is a massive social event in VR. It had 15,000 users to join the last time, and this is like a paid event, so all those users paid like $10 to join this event. And it's basically run by a whole lot of very passionate people, and it has gotten like to the size where there are multiple people just working full time on this project. So it's an event that takes place in VRChat, where people can join it, and there's people hosting panels, like right here. There's like music events, there's meetups for like specific interests and all that kind of stuff. And all the worlds are customly made by the people working on this project. One of the people working on it is Jack Parsons, who previously did work on It Takes Two, which won Game of the Year in like last year or a couple of years ago, I don't remember. But yeah, it's a very fun thing and a fun event, and a huge thing about it is that like it's a source of motivation for people to start getting online in VRChat. And that's also kind of what I do with my YouTube channel, is I motivate people who like my content are likely gonna have some issues. No? but I've heard so many people walk up to me and tell me that I was the reason that they bought VR in the first place. And so I find the work I do really inspiring and fun, even though I barely make any money, but that's fine. But yeah, that was everything. We're gonna have a Twitch streamer over at my booth over there, where you can actually join the Twitch streamer while he's streaming in VR. So if anyone wants to do that, bam. Yes, thank you, that was everything.
Any questions?
Yeah.
I have more of a comment.
Yeah.
I am really impressed with what you guys are doing, and I'm really impressed that you actually stand there on the stage. And really, really good stuff. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have more of a technical question.
Yeah.
This stuff looks amazing. What are you making? What are you using to make it?
Kudalyn, you're still on here, right?
Yes, I'm here. So questions about how this works?
Yeah.
All right, so the way that we use VRChat is in order to be able to upload your own avatars, you use the Unity game engine. VRChat has the SDK that you bring into Unity, you import into Unity, and a specific set, it uses just the Unity rig skeleton materials and stuff like that, but people have made custom shaders. You don't have to have just humanoid. There's a bunch of different things you can do. Custom shaders. There's a lot you can do with VRChat. And you can do things in VRChat with like controls for your avatar, toggles, fun stuff. There are some limitations, but it's a lot that you can do. It takes a little bit of learning, but I recommend anybody that even has the slightest little bit of inkling in it just to try it. It's really good skills to have.
Can you quickly mention the programs you use for it?
Oh yes, so I use Blender to make my 3D models. To rig them, to mesh them, all that stuff. I use Substance Painter to texture them, though I also make sure to have like Photoshop exports for them. Unity for the upload process, and then VRChat with SteamVR. Though you can do VRChat on desktop mode if you just want to just open up the game, it's free, and give it a shot.
That was everyone?
Yeah, if you want to see me put people into VR for the first time, you can click this button right here, and then there's also some more content you can click right there and all over my channel. So yeah, thank you so much, and click the buttons, click all of the buttons, just press them now.